Hello, Aquarius. Thanks for stopping by. This is Auric Vibe with your next 2 weeks, whenever you find it, timeless, that is. It is indeed timeless. Again, thank you for stopping by. And I'm going to get right into it. Usually, I've already cleared the board with the bell, the singing bowl, I should say, and it is time. I'm being, kind of pushed to cut to the chase, is what I heard. Don't be impatient now. Let's just kind of leave that where it's at and be open, be flexible. There is possibly some, I don't want to say rigidity, but I'm going to move the microphone a little bit closer. Uh, I am recording this on what I would call a school night, and that means that I am. Well, I guess technically it could be a school night, but I did take tomorrow off from the day job. But anyway, I don't feel like I don't need to raise my voice because I've adjusted everything in this room to make it cool and sedate and comfortable. And this is for the next 2 weeks. It doesn't matter what the astral positioning is at this given point in time. What is somewhat fixed is that you're ruled by Uranus and Saturn. Saturn is that of control, and Uranus is that of rebellion. Look at that. Oh my goodness. A wheel of fortune. Fortune's wheel. So change is afoot, and we need to be open to that more. Okay. Change is definitely afoot. And I know a lot of people don't like what is happening politically, but if there's not something you can do about it, don't waste your energy on it. If you feel like something is bothering you, then do something about it. It's kind of like that burr under the saddle, right? Holy crow. More? Yeah. Okay. Wow. I think I've got like 20 or 30 decks. I have one waiting in the mailbox for me, as a matter of fact, but I think it's an oracle deck. Nope, it's a tarot deck. Okay, that was it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. King of Earth, stay grounded. Stay grounded, Aquarius. And I will change my pronouns as I continue to tap into what's going on here. Not a fan of that term, but it seems like what everybody is relating to. I'm kind of hearing something about the Wheel of Fortune being that as the center. That change is the center of focus at this point. And man, this is like, hold on, baby. Hold on. Four of Earth is Four of Coins. Hold on, baby. Hold it up. Hold on. Because that wheel's spinning. We're all going to be experiencing some changes. I get that. I have a little cup of ice with a lot of lemon in it. So if you hear that clink, that might be the ice. And you know what? I'm gonna let you enjoy that. I'm gonna let you hear my ice. Because that's the reality. I think we need to be more aware of the subtleties and the sounds that are around us and not ignore them, take them in. Sometimes we can just put them on the shelf and they'll become useful later. Ideas, thoughts, smells. I don't know why that came through, but yeah. So a little bit of lemon water. One of the things I found that has been helpful is a healthy salt. Well, there's a lot of cards here, Aquarius, so let us get started. And, yep. Three of Cups, party on. Self-indulgence, the pearls in life. This is not, a lot of people think that self-indulgence is a bad thing. I disagree. There is a time and a place for us to, I know people like to say self-care, but indulgence is a little bit more, shall we say. And maybe this is an emotional aspect to self-indulgent, maybe releasing some things that are coming through to you. There is going to be and will continue to be a lot of emotional purging. And this could be on any plane. It could be relationships, job, finances. If you're politically motivated, it could even involve your political views. But this is more like this indulgence of accepting what's good and discarding what is not, and good is going to be different for everybody. That is a very, very, very subjective perspective. King of Fire. I absolutely adore this card. This is such the cool card. The King of Fire here has the fire at his heart. It's the fire not only that is in his heart, but if you look at the positioning in relationship to his body, it's quite low. And there is this belief that, yes, there is heart-mind coherence, and we see that sun. So when these two are aligned, that this heart aligned with the mind, this is a true card of manifestation. There is a third component that nobody talks about. So your heart has this neural pathway that's very much the same, similar as the brain's neural pathways. So they found that to be true scientifically. What is never mentioned is this energetic output from the heart and to the heart that correlates with, look at how low this is. Where is that near? It's like at the top of his stomach. There is a branching that is it's the gut brain. That's what it's called. It's the gut brain. I mean, I could get into exactly what they're calling this, but this is the Trinity of intuition. I cannot find this, but I know I was, I know I had seen some things about I think it was in a book I read on Goodreads. It was a free book. It was difficult to read, but it was written in like 1902, and it was photocopied. But this guy, I think he was a doctor or a psychologist or something, but they were able to measure, think about the timing on that, 1902, right? But it was about I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this. Keep going. Okay, so the gut brain is at the apex. It's at the base. If you look at it this way, it's the apex. It's at the point of the heart, represented here. Up higher is that light, but the energy, the unseen energy, is from the gut. And even your brain, when you have that covering, there are three major coverings on the spinal cord. And it's covering the brain, and it covers the entire spinal cord, and it goes out to all these branches. It branches off here at this peak. These three talk to each other, and actually this is the origination. When we have that gut feeling, that's what it is. That gut feeling has a significant influence on your heart, and it checks in with the brain. So there is this Trinity coherence that really needs to happen. I don't know why nobody's talking about this, but that's what I get. Okay, to move on. All right. And wow, you talk about a restart, a foundational beginning of the grounding aspects. I am being asked to pull out wow. I feel like this might be pretty deep. We'll see what's involved here. Prosperity. And abundance. So it's like we're hanging on here. We're trying not to overthink here. And as these changes are whirling around us, we are aligning ourselves with success. That's what this is. Because this heart-centeredness, influenced by our intuitive gut reactions, is going to really catapult us into this next realm or goals that we might have set for ourselves. Ooh, we're on fire. Because this is the 9. And, the traditional 9 of Wands, it looks very worn out. Wounded warrior. Does this girl look like a wounded warrior? I don't think so. I think she looks pretty chill. She's taking a deep breath. She's making it work. Right? My goodness, we've got a lot of fire going on here, baby. And the reason that we're okay here is probably because of this. All right? We are very confident. I'm not going to say she is. We are. When we, Aquarians, are connected to self, taking everything in, our emotions, our passions, the groundedness, the changes we're experiencing, that's what builds this wise foundation and passion. And not really giving a rip what other people say. Wow, I'm really feeling this. I'm feeling like this is definitely part of who we are. And we cannot, okay, that makes a lot of sense too, because we don't want to give in to the temptation of giving up. Let's not give up. Aquarians, please don't give up. Please don't be disheartened. Because we have more power than we realize. There are messages from the heart that are coming in. And we have to find that stillness. This is about temptation of the heart. For me, I'm seeing, though, as well, I know she says something completely in the book, different in the book, and I'm very much reading this intuitively, is that this temptation is twofold. There could be aspects of self that want to stop and not ever get up again. However, we have such passion within us. Our wings are spread. We are always ready. We are needing to rest when we need to rest, and we will get up and move when we need to get up and move. Have this Queen of Fire mentality, that we will have that, I don't give a rip what you say. This is what is best. Wow, very strong. Oh my goodness. Eight of Fire. So, open communication. This is a panda, but you know what? It said pandering. Something about something floating nearby. That's kind of random, but... So this is a lot of communication coming in, and it's not necessarily going to be from someone. We got to look for signs and synchronicities at this point. Wow. Oh, I feel like that's right there. Are you kidding me? Who's ready to laugh? Who's ready to have a good time? Who's ready to have that beginning? Who's ready to have, okay, move that. Okay, so who's ready to have that beginning, that new beginning, that maintenance of fire? And it's taking action. It's at that what we will be taking action towards. Oh my God. Wow. Time to take action, y'all. On a boat, set sail, keep that fire blazing. And you know what's the most interesting thing about that? This card is represented with a boat. Ooh, I just noticed that as well. Represented as a boat. Transparency. That fire and water, you know, when you're on a boat, fire ain't your friend. Typically. But apparently we are able to alchemize that within our lives and to make progress with it. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick this up from this image, but there is a little bit of a line where you can see the I don't know if draft is the right, it's not the right word. But anyway, you can see where her little boat has a line on it, maybe. The line is about halfway up. And she doesn't look particularly concerned. She takes note of what's going on around her, but she's also very much guided by the spirits in her life with her passion. And she has not only a light at the beginning, at the end of her boat, but she's also lit from within. So she's got that centered light as well. So this is a very, there's a lot of passion here. Wow. And we have to be strong. We have to be strong with taming our inner demons. And this lady looks like she is reaching out. So maybe we are reaching out to make sure we don't get too emotionally distracted. If that's definitely a possibility. Anything else? No. Wow, that was like really freaking quick. So I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Do like, share, subscribe. Check out I love my interviews. That's probably like my favoriteest thing to do. If you have anybody want me to reach out to see if I can do an interview with them, please do so. I'm also still working on, like I said, I have a day job, so it's not like I can really spend a huge amount of time on this, but it's definitely a passion of mine, and I just want to help people. So if you need help, please do reach out. This is Auric Vibe, Aquarius. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.